Okay, check this out. I've got this really big, really old, really ugly toolbox, but inside of it is a treasure trove of soldering irons and other soldering members, lots of other soldering accessories. You can see we got sponges here. Here's here's a couple of Unger 45-watt soldering irons, very similar to the one I showed you in the other video. I'll link that right here, where I show the tip of it actually glowing red hot in the dark. You can actually see it glowing. That's how hot it gets. On this side, we got a battery-powered soldering iron with a little tip on it. It actually passes a current through. There's a resistive element inside the tip, and then that gets hot. But it's very light. I think I must have removed the battery. So apparently I haven't given up hope on this one. I guess I was intending to use it for, put my own battery or maybe an external power source for it. Got a solder sucker here. Apparently I must have used this thing so much that the cap of it just broke off, or the threads got stripped or something, and I had to use duct tape to hold it all together. There's, let's see, a nice little brass soldering iron tip for, heating up large surfaces, other soldering iron and soldering gun tips, plenty of solder wick, and let's dig down inside here. Got soldering irons of all sizes. Here's an 80-watt. This one is, it says right here 140 watt. And this one, the biggest one I got, let's see, this is, I think, 375 watts. Look at that. What a beast. Then we got lots of other soldering irons. I bought all these at yard sales or flea markets. Anytime I passed by one of these big soldering irons, I just picked it up. Got a soldering gun with no tip and another soldering gun with no tip, but okay, got lots of extra tips right here. Here's a rather large soldering iron with a rather small tip on it. Look at that. Got another big one. This looks like 120 watt. Big spool of solder here. This is just plain old solder. There's no flux at all. Just rectangular cross section spool of solder here, and this thing. I have no idea what this might have been used for. It's rated 225 watts, and I don't know, maybe I tried it once and maybe it got hot enough to melt solder, so I guess that's why I put it in here. But yeah, that's my soldering iron collection. If you like it, please give this video a big thumbs up. See you later. By the way, another nice feature of these old soldering guns is that you can see it's got this big coil here of very thick copper wire, and so this could potentially be used not as a soldering gun but as a just use it for the raw transformer, where I input 120 volt AC and I get out a very high current at a rather low voltage. It could easily put out 50 amps. Don't know how many volts, but if I just need raw AC current, then this would be the thing to use.